Hi, everyone. I'm Winn Claybaugh, and I'm thrilled to share with you my master's podcast, which I have been doing every single month since 1995, long before the term podcast even existed. I've interviewed hundreds of leaders, mentors, teachers, celebrities, and storytellers who all have wisdom to share. Now I'm happy to share those interviews here on YouTube. Like what you hear? Share the love by rating, reviewing, and subscribing. Want the inside scoop on future episodes? Head over to mastersbywinclaybaugh.com and join our mailing list. Hey, everybody, Winn Claybaugh here, and welcome to another wonderful Masters podcast with Winn Claybaugh. I don't know what is coming up in your social media feeds. If you were to take a look at my algorithm, you're going to see, of course, a lot of parenting advice, a lot of information about how to raise a little girl, because my gosh, that's pretty much all I think about. And somehow in the course of looking at that, this incredible woman, Alethea, popped up. And not only did she pop up, she screamed at me. She was like in my face. And I know that that's your brand. I have to tell you something that, that works for me. I mean, I have mentors that are really soft spoken and they talk to your heart, and that works sometimes. And then I need people that just like slap me in the face. And that's what you did. And so get this. So I reach out to Alethea. Now, how you did this, I have no idea, because you have millions of followers. Literally, check her out, millions of followers. I sent her a DM, and literally within 24 hours, you responded. I don't know how many DMs you got, but you responded. We have been chatting with each other, I don't know how long, 6 months or more.
Yes.
And she always says yes. I get to follow her. We've had private conversations. We've had public conversations. We've motivated each other, like randomly, how you're connected to me somehow, or you're just this intuitive, beautiful woman. A weekend that I'm having a bad day, all of a sudden there's a text message from you. And
yes, because like you just have this light about you that I love. And when you told me that you were going through something, I immediately went into like best friend mode. I was like, oh no, like we're gonna get through this together, you and I.
Wow.
Because no, you will not. I needed you to know that you were not on your own.
Wow. Wait,
So
we just
I
started.
wanted
I'm
to be
already
there.
crying. This is not how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to make you cry, and then the audience cries. But, well, Alethea, whatever you're doing, it's working for me personally. And I don't take that for granted. I'm so grateful for that. But obviously it's working for millions of people, because I haven't even told people who you are. So can I just read your bio here?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so hold on tight, you guys. Okay, here it is. I got some new glasses.
Making me
So
blush
Alethea
already.
Crimmins, the globally acclaimed positivity queen and self-proclaimed international hype girl, has become a beacon of inspiration with a colossal online following exceeding 2 million devoted supporters. Celebrated for her daily motivational mantras, including empowering phrases like "be great in their face," which you're going to give us a clip of what that means and what that looks like, and "have a good day on purpose." I love that one. Each punctuated with her signature "you're welcome." Alethea has established an influential brand, Pimpin' Positivity, dedicated to uplifting millions across the globe. So you guys get this, recognized and reported by influential figures such as Madonna. Meaning you put out videos and postings, and people like Madonna, Viola Davis, Rihanna have reposted and shared your messages.
It's crazy.
You were also, you did 2 appearances on the Jennifer Hudson show. First of all, congratulations with this amazing success.
Thank you so much. It still seems like it's unreal, like that all this is happening, because I'm just a small town girl. Like I never would have ever thought that I'd be doing what I'm doing in here right now.
Well, where do you live? Where are you from?
I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, but I was born in Rain, Louisiana. It is a town where everybody knows everybody. And I was born with a stutter. So I was always overlooked. I was always passed over. I can recall in the 3rd grade, I loved to read. I was a very avid reader, and it was book report time. And I was so excited because it was my favorite. And I was like, yes, I get to share it. The teacher called on everybody to read one paragraph. She got to the person before me, and I was so excited, and I stood up ready, and she skipped over me, and she was like, "Look, we're gonna talk about yours after class." She thought she was saving me. I can hear everybody else laughing at me, and I knew why, because of my stutter. And that took a toll on me because my whole life I felt like that has been happening. I've been overlooked, passed up, bullied, and I needed a cheerleader, and I didn't have one. So I decided to become one for myself, but that took a very, very, very long time. I had, geez, low self-esteem because of my plus size beautiful self. It was just a lot that I went through a really dark time in my life. My family was not the most supportive when it came to my weight and being who I was. I was always told, be yourself, but just not like that.
Wow.
Do it the way that we want you to be. And I'm like, no, like I want to be me. And it took me 44 years. Yes, I am 44 years old. It took me 44 years to actually learn how to love me as I am, just me, myself. It took me very long, but I'm here now. And I love it.
Did you ever hear about, there was a Broadway show that was called I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change?
Right. Yes, that was exactly how my life was. Oh, I love you. You're just you're perfect. But can you just change this just a little bit? Can you not be so loud? Can you not be so bubbly? Can you not be so you?
Wow.
I don't
Wow.
know how else to be.
Wow. So Alethea, this had to start at some point. You obviously said, you know what, I'm gonna shoot a video. I'm gonna just shoot a video and I'm gonna post it. Because it had to start at some point, and now over 2 million followers. So tell us about that first. Was it a video that you posted, and what did that video say, and how did you
Yes.
post it, and what did you think was going to come of that, and just take us way back then.
Definitely not this. Definitely not this. I'm a big self talker. I talk to myself. I answer myself because I am my best friend now, and I feel like I give myself the best advice. So I'm a big self talker. And during COVID, we were just home because I taught for 15 years, and we were
You
home.
wait, you taught what, kindergarten, right?
Yes, pre-K for 15 years.
Okay.
And at that time, we were home. And when it was time to go back to work, I was like, well, let me just motivate myself. Let me talk to myself. I would always tell myself, I am beautiful. I am wonderful. I would always talk to me. So one day I was in my car because that is my safe space, because I could just be as loud as I want to be and nobody cares because I'm in my car. So I had my phone checking my makeup, and I noticed this is on selfie mode. So I have to look at me. So I recorded myself giving myself my motivation. I was like, girl, you're going to go in here and you're not going to worry about what nobody says about you. You're going to have a good day on purpose, and you're going to love you because you are everything and everything is you. Do you understand me? And I was like, yes, Alethea, I do. Alethea, yeah, I do. And something hit me. I was like, what if I can be for somebody else what nobody was for me? What if I can be like a cheerleader for real? So my friend told me about TikTok, and I was like, let me just post it and see what happens. The comments just, oh my gosh, I needed this. You just made my day. You just made me smile. This is the advice I never knew that I needed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I kept getting the like, thank you, thank you, thank you, because this is the advice that I never knew I needed. Thank you, thank you. That's where the you're welcome came from, because I give you advice that you never knew you needed, but you're welcome.
Wow. Okay, so do you mind, everybody? I'm just gonna pull up her social media here. So I'm going to your Instagram page here. Okay, and by the way, so I'm looking at this, and I think you had, what is it, 1.1 million followers on
Correct.
Instagram. Okay, so I'm looking at some of your postings. So this one is let them be miserable, you go out and be great. And of course that has 19,000 likes. Okay. And of course it's you with this incredible energy in our face screaming. Go out there, and I'm going to, in a second here, ask them. And in a second here, I'm going to ask you to give them an example of what that looks like. Not that they're all not running to your Instagram page now and they can see hundreds of videos just like this. Okay, here's another one. Your message was, so this was, I think, in response to Lizzo, where Lizzo,
Yes.
she said she's quitting the business because she's tired of being a target. She's tired of people going after her and attacking her. And this was just
Exactly.
supposed to be about music and how to this. And so she's quitting, or she says she's quitting. And so you says, because not today, we are not doing that. And I'm not accepting this,
Not at
Lizzo.
all.
And you got, of course, 12,336 likes to that one. Good for you.
Thank you.
Here's another one that got 55,000 likes. The message was, keep showing up even when it's hard. And, there's your video sending that message. Sometimes in your videos, you're full on hair, makeup. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes it's
Yes.
just, framed around your face. Sometimes you're showing your entire body and you're sharing that side of you as well, which we can talk about. Sometimes it's about mental health, just checking in with people on how they're doing. Here's another one. You may be going through storms in your life right now, but baby, I'm here to tell you that you are greater than your storm. Believe
Yes,
that you
you
can
are.
and know
And know
that you
that you
will. And
will.
15,000 likes. And again, this just goes on and on and on. And so give us an example. So show everybody right now exactly what one of those little videos looks like. This is like me telling a comedian, ooh, be funny right now.
Let me tell you something, honey. The only person that can stand in your way is you. You need to get out of your way. Get out of your head, because you do not live there. It does not matter what people say about you. It's what you say about yourself. So you need to know who you are, because when you know who you are, nobody can tell you who you are. Do you understand me? Now, as you go out there and be fabulous, be great in their face and also be great in your own. Okay? Now, honey, I need you to remember this. And as always, you have a good day on purpose. You're welcome.
You guys, isn't that great? So imagine receiving that every single day. Again, you're going to go to her social media and you're going to see hundreds of videos just like that.
I need people to know that I am your best friend. People, I don't like to sugarcoat anything. And sometimes you need somebody to get in your face and say, look, baby, look at me. Look at me. Look at me in my eyeballs. You can do anything you set your mind to. Stop letting people tell you that you cannot. Because if I would have done that, I would not be here right now.
Right.
I wouldn't be here. So stop, get out of your head. You are your worst enemy. Get out of there. Leave that alone.
So how much do you need to receive this as well? Because you haven't, again, I'm speaking for you, but I also see the vulnerability and the authenticity that you have in your post, even within the last week. You showed some video and photos of yourself, and you're breaking through some of your boundaries and comfort zones. And I know that was difficult for you. So how much of this is for you? Because have you graduated from this yet?
No. What people do not what people do not realize is that behind the scenes every video that I do is not only for you, but it's also for me. It's because I'm going through something at that time, and I need to tell myself this. Like going back to why I started this was me hyping myself up. So every single video I make is because I need to hear it. And 9 times out of 10, as soon as I say, "You're welcome," and turn that camera off, I'm like, "Oh my God." Oh my God. Like, and that's what people don't see. And sometimes my like OG followers, like they'll be like, "Are you okay?" Because like they can see my like eyes welling up, because at the end of the day, I'm human, and
Right.
I have de- depression, and most
Right.
people with depression look like me, happy all the time, but inside is like, I just need to make it through the day. Can I
Right.
make it through the day? And I have body issues still. Have I become better with it? Yes. I am starting to show me off more. I'm starting to show up for me more. But is it still a struggle? Yes. Because I'm still trying to get past the person that I used to be. I'm still trying to break that wall. I'm still trying to overcome and look past what people tell me I am. Because people look at me and see this big girl with big thighs and a big this and a big that. And I'm trying to look past all those words and see just Alethea being beautiful. Alethea being fat, because baby, if you look at what I just had on, Alethea was fabulous, honey. She was
Right.
fat. She was stunning. And I had to look past all the negativity and just see me being stunning. And I
I have a
did.
question. So, I mean, I don't know because you haven't shared this with me, but I'm assuming that maybe part of your journey is, some sort of therapy. I'm sure that you're implementing whatever that looks like, whether it's, changing habits that you have, and maybe it's, one-on-one and there's a small circle of friends. So that's one side of the work that you're doing on yourself. But then you're also very, very public about this. Do you feel like your private work would be as successful as it is, or it would have the impact without this public persona that you're putting out there, the messages that you're sending out to other people?
No,
Wow.
not at all.
Why?
Like
Tell us about that.
this is whew, this is the first time that I've ever felt like me. And this is the first time that I decided to be myself without asking permission to be me. So in doing this, it gave me permission to be me.
Hmm.
So I finally know who I am now. And I finally love me now. And
Hmm.
it took years. Like, I no longer need permission. So doing this out loud in public helped me to love me for the first time ever. And I would have never been able to appreciate who I am if I hadn't started doing this out loud.
Wow.
So I felt like I was waiting on me to show up. And
Wow.
now I'm here, and I'm never going back in that box again.
Oh,
Ever.
wow. So the flip side to this, and I'm sure you deal with this every single day, is that when you put yourself out there, now you're a target. Now you're exposed. And there,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, we've seen it on social media. People can be vicious
Rude.
and okay, they're rude. There you go. There are those naysayers. I just did a posting a couple of days ago about my good friend Lizzie. When she was a young girl, there was a video about her, and she was called the ugliest woman on the planet. And as a young girl, she read literally millions of comments of horrific things that people would say. You know, why didn't your parents abort you? You should just kill yourself. Like, so
Yeah, I've been
how do you
told the
deal with
same
that?
thing.
Because you get all of that as well. Do you just delete them? Do you just let them live there and you just skip over them? Like how do you deal with that? Because I'm sure there's people listening to this, they have 1,000 followers only, and yet they get those trolls, they get those naysayers, those people who just want to come after them.
For a long time, I used to let that bother me because that was my life. That was my life of people literally telling me, well, you should just end your life because you're not even worth it. Like, why are you still here? Like, why are you so ratchet, ghetto, loud, fat? Oh, if that is the go-to. You are fat. Well, thank you. But I have realized these are coming from the mouths of miserable people that are insecure about themselves. And I had to realize I have haters. And when you have haters, that means that you are at a level that other people cannot get to. I have haters. So now I'm like, oh, because haters stand for having anger towards everybody reaching success. So, honey, I am, let them talk about me because that means that I am on a higher level. I'm on airplane mode. So when I see a comment, that lets me know, honey, I have made it.
Okay, yeah. Share with us that acronym again for haters. What is it? What does it stand for?
Haters having anger towards everybody reaching success. Honey, when you have haters, that means that you are successful.
Okay, here I am.
You are
I have to write that
successful.
down. That is amazing. That's incredible.
So
Okay,
that's
so
how I changed that mindset.
you've already shared a little bit here, your journey with mental wellness, body dysmorphia. Can you talk about that a little bit more? And again, is that something that you feel like, well, I'm done with that, I've graduated from that, or is that just an ongoing journey and you've accepted that and embraced that this is my life, maybe for the rest of my life, and that's okay?
Oh yeah, I will be in class for the rest of my life when it comes to this is definitely an ongoing journey. I become a different version of myself every single day. I know that I have depression. I know that I have ADD. I take medication for this every single day. I am on a weight loss journey. I was at one point in my life the biggest that I was almost 400 pounds. And I have lost about coming up to 100 pounds.
Wow.
And at times I still can't wrap my mind around the fact that I am no longer that 400-pound woman. So it's still hard for me to shop for clothes because I'm still shopping for that bigger girl. I recently had to give away, well, let me not lie. I put the clothes in a trash bag and I put them in my trunk. I have not had the courage to bring them to the Goodwill. Why? Because I've been on this rodeo before. I've lost weight and I gained it back. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I can't let go of these clothes because what if I give these clothes away and then I gain the weight back? So it's always a fear that I'm going to end up being right back to that big girl that I was. So I'm still trying to work past that and see that I have a neck now. So I'm good. I have a neck now, and you can see my collarbone, and I'm so proud of me because of that. So I just need to get past of the person I used to be and look at who I am now.
Wow.
And that's very hard for us, especially as women, to look at who we are now. and not who we used to be.
Well, because you were so, again, bold and honest and vulnerable and transparent in sharing your experience last week in Las Vegas. You want to share with our listeners about that?
I had a dress made for a masquerade ball, and when I did my final fitting for the dress, she tried to he he tried to cover up as much as the split as possible because I have lymphedema. That means I have a lot of fluid in my thighs, and my legs are really, really big because of it, and it had a lot of fluid around my knees, so they look very ill shaped, and I'm very self-conscious about my thighs and my knees, and there was no way that he could cover this. He tried his best, but he couldn't. Mentally, I said, okay, Alethea, this is the only dress that you have. It's gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Put the dress on and own it. Go look at your videos. Talk to yourself. Because sometimes a lot of the time, it's so easy to give other people advice, but when it's time to take your own, it's hard. So
I know.
I
Don't you
had
hate it when
to go.
people use your own words against you? On a like because I wrote that book, Be Not. I can't be mean anymore because I get called out
Oh,
on it. Right? I can't.
yes.
You wrote
And
that
people
book.
and
Dang it! I'm a human. I can.
oh, honey, and people called me out on that video. The like comments section was like, you know better. You tell us that we're going, so you need. And I was like, okay. But walking in, and I posted it for a reason. It was for other people, but it was also for me. I needed to post it. I needed to see it. I needed to be my own like superhero. Everything in me wanted to just edit
Right.
and crop it.
Right.
Everything in me. But I said no, because that's not what I say every day. I say love yourself as you are. So how would I look if I didn't show exactly who I was and be
Well.
proud of that? And that night, I felt more beautiful than I have in so long. Did I get negative comments? Yes. Did I get the head turn and the ew? Yes. But I knew how I felt about me. And I was determined when I walked out the door, I was going to have a good night on purpose, because the only person that can ruin my night was me. And I was not going to ruin my night. And
So
I
you.
looked fabulous.
You did. You did. I want everybody go look at that video. So you create that video and you're creating the posting. You're getting ready. Was there like this serious pause before you hit post?
Yes. It took me going back and forth, back and forth. Like, do I really want to post this? Do I really want
Right.
to put myself out like this? Do I really want to put my body out? Am I ready to deal with the comments? Am I ready? And there were some comments, and I started to delete them, and no, no, I'm not going to do that. Let them talk. Let them talk, because in life, I cannot keep deleting what people say. So I'm just going to let them talk. And that's exactly what I did. And then I explained myself, which I got scolded by a lot of my followers. People were like, I know you're not doing this, because this is not you. And I was like, you know what? You are absolutely right. Let me own it.
Wow.
Let me
Wow.
own it. Because people will call you out. They will
Wow.
call you out
I
and
also have
say,
a
oh, no,
feeling
honey.
because your followers are so loyal to you. I have a feeling that your followers maybe went after your naysayers as well. So
Oh
they
my
were
gosh,
protecting
yes.
you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They were like, leave, get off of here. And I'm like, oh, I love y'all so much. Get them.
So you tell people to go out and do things on purpose. What do you mean by that?
Like I said, I would always ask permission for everything. Can I can I be great? Can I do this? Because I was so much of a people pleaser. I wanted people to like me. So I always needed permission. I was never intentional about being me. It was always what other people expected me to be. So it was never anything that was intentional. Doing things on purpose is what makes you happy, is what brings you joy, is what brings you peace. And I said I was not going to live for other people anymore. I'm going to do things on purpose. I'm going to be intentional about living my life out loud, whatever that looks like. Whatever that looks like. Because you don't have to make other people happy. You are allowed to do what you want to do, even if it makes people unhappy. And I made a post about this because people always ask, well, what if it's family members? If it's toxic, it's toxic, regardless of where it comes from. And I made a post, and people were like really responsive. I know that my family loves me, but they don't like me. And that's okay. That's okay. I know that they love me, but I also know that they don't like me. And I'm finally good with that. I'm okay with you not liking me.
I think
Because you don't have to.
you did a posting about that, and the fact
Mm-hmm.
that you said that your commitment to family is deeply rooted, having created her own after overcoming rejection from blood relatives. So, blood relatives, you say they love you, but they don't like you, and so okay, fine, then you create your own family.
Yes, and that is exactly what I did. We cannot choose the family that we are born into, nor can they choose me. And I had to accept that. I have not been invited to any holiday dinners. My mom would make it her business to put me down. You don't do that to people who you like.
Right.
And I realized, and I would try so hard to get the approval of my mom, of my family. And then I had to realize, wait, I don't need you to appraise me. I don't need you to tell me what I'm worth. This is something that I should do on my own.
Well,
I know and understand that I am the black sheep of my family. I know this. But
join
I
the
wanted
club.
to be right bad. So I chose people that chose me. So I have a family now of some amazing brothers.
Wow.
Amazing brothers. I have 3 beautiful kids, an amazing wife, all of which chose me.
Wow. I love
just
that.
for being who I am.
Yeah, you chose people who chose you. That's such a
Yes.
beautiful line. Wow. So another one of your messages is to reclaim your power. So when people come up and say, "Okay, I hear you, Alethea, I want to reclaim my power," how exactly do I do that?
What I've realized on this journey is that I gave my power away a lot. I gave my power to my mom when she would tell me things and I would get upset about it. We give our power away because people know how to push our buttons. And when we react and when we allow them to make us feel small, that's us giving them our power. We give our power away. So to reclaim that, to take that power back, we cannot allow them to make us feel any type of way about ourselves, because in all actuality, they don't make us feel bad. we make ourselves feel bad. So take that power back. You don't have to give them that. You don't owe them your power. You have the power to make those negative comments, which is exactly what I did, and turn it into a positive. Reclaim, take back. It does not belong to them anyway. Your happiness does not belong to them, because if you put your happiness in somebody else's hands when they leave, so does your happiness. When they leave, so does your peace.
Wow, that's powerful.
It doesn't belong to them. Stop giving people things that do not belong to them.
I remember
Take it back.
when I was going through that therapy early in my therapy days, of having those naysayers in my life, or family members who would give me their opinion, and you need to change this, you should do it this way. And of course, I was thinking that the therapist was going to teach me how to debate with that person, how to go back, and the therapist says, no, just say, thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. Right.
Because when you go back and forth with them, you're giving them your power.
Wow.
You're giving them power over you. So when you say they made me mad, no, they didn't. All they did was tell you something. You in turn upset yourself because of what they said.
Wow.
Therefore, giving them power over you. So now they know exactly what button to push every single day to get you riled up.
So give us an idea of what a typical day or a typical week looks like for you in terms of this work that you're doing personally, because at the end of the day, you have to have credibility. You can't continue to put out these wonderful messages of do this or change this or think this way if you yourself aren't practicing those things. And you are showing us your vulnerability and the practice that you do. So just kind of give us an idea. You said that you're on this journey for better wellness, physical wellness, and so just give us an idea of what that all looks like. Because people will ask me, it's like, okay, Winn, because I tell people I'm very honest that I struggle with happiness every single day, that it never comes naturally to me, and there are things that I have to do every single day. So you say that, people like, okay, well then tell me, what does that look like? And I say, okay, well I get up at 4 o'clock. I don't put on the TV. I light candles. I put on music. I putter around the house. I don't look at social media or emails or anything for at least the first hour, because that one email, that one social media posting can ruin my entire day. I'm not awake yet. I'm not awake yet. So I don't look at that yet. I have to set the scene for myself. I take care of the dogs. I get the coffee going, the music, the candles are going. Now I'm awake. Now I got my energy. Then I can look at my email because there's people in the East Coast that are waiting for me to respond. And then I get my daughter up at 6 o'clock, and then at 7:30, I'm on my way to the gym. And during the gym drive, I call one of 3 different people that were on this journey of sobriety together. And so we reach out to each other, so I tell people step by step by step of what that day looks like. Because people are like, oh, okay, I could do that. Okay, I could get up a little earlier. I could light candles. I could put on music and not put on the news. I can do those things as well. So what does that look like for you?
I open my eyes. I don't necessarily get up right away, because that is a struggle, because some days are worse than others. So I have to lay under my covers, and I usually give myself a 5 to 10 countdown, and I have to literally fuss at myself. Alethea, 1, get up, get up, get up now, get up, put your feet on the floor and stand up. And in my bathroom, I'm it is
I'm
a
just loving this.
struggle.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just enjoying this. And I hope you've already done a video like this. Alethea, get
No,
up.
but I need to, because I'm telling you, I'm like, get up. And I walk over to my mirror. On my mirror are sticky notes. It's I ams. Cause I still need it. Cause honey, when I wake up in the morning with no makeup on, with crust in my eyes, like I don't feel pretty. So I am beautiful. Say it out loud. And I have to tell myself, say it. I am beautiful. And if I feel like I haven't said it the right way, I'll say it again. I am beautiful. No, ma'am. Say it like you mean it. I am beautiful. And thank you. That was better.
Wow.
And I say each of them every day. And if I am not satisfied with how I say it, I will stay in that mirror. And sometimes I get a little attitude. I am beautiful. Yes, you are, Alethea. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I also listen to music I love, like Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I will dance my way into a good day. Music
Dance your
is
way into a
food
good day.
for the soul.
Right.
I will dance my way into a good day and make myself happy. And then I get in my car and give myself a pep talk. Now, I have given myself several pep talks. Sometimes they work, sometimes they did not work. Alethea, get your butt up and go to the gym right now in 10 seconds, 30 seconds, in a minute.
Right.
Go to the gym
Right.
tomorrow. And like but then I have to look. I have my before and after pictures on my phone. Alethea, look at how far you've come. You don't want to go back to this. Eat fruits, eat yogurt, go to the gym. And I'm like, okay, now Alethea will go to the gym. I have this circle of friends that we motivate each other every single day. I text them, good morning. What motivational message do you have today? And we'll all share one. And then my wife will call me every single morning. Are you okay? You need to talk about something? Would you have a good day on purpose? How are you today? How are you feeling? Did you go on social media? I'm like, no, I did good today. I did good. And she's constantly checking to make sure that I'm okay. And that is something that I need. Everybody is not like that, but that's something that I need people to check on me to make sure that I'm okay. And she knows that this is now part of my routine. Check on me, do a mental health check to make sure that I'm okay. Because I get overwhelmed really, really fast. And I have a calendar, a to-do list, a literal, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I wash my face. I'm going to wear this today, because if not, I'm going to overwhelm myself and I'm going to try and do too much. I'm going to do too much. So I have a list of exactly what I need to do, and I cannot stray off that task, because if not, I'm going to get flustered. I'm going to overwhelm myself, and my brain is going to go into shutdown mode.
See, the thing I love about what you're sharing right now is that some people right now listening to this might be thinking, "Oh, really? That's the answer?" You know, that people are thinking, "No, that's too simple. There's something more profound. There has to be something."
It's really not.
It's not. I know. People think that there's some mystery as to what it takes, and yet you ask them, how many of you feel better when you're driving in a clean car? And in audience, every hand goes up. How many of you will drive a dirty car for weeks and 50% of the hands go up? Meaning a clean car. Making your bed every single morning. Every therapist, every expert will teach you and tell you that make your bed. It's a small little step, but make your bed in the morning. The self-talk that you're talking about, how many times have people heard that? Have
I have
sticky
to.
notes of positive affirmations on your mirror, and yet people
If
don't do it.
I turn this camera around in my office, I have this huge tapestry. As soon as I have affirmations everywhere, even this wall behind me, it just looks like a glitter wall. To me, it's a reminder to always shine and never dim my light. That's why
Wow.
this is here. I have a
Wow.
big, it says you are, and it has you are nice, you are unique, you are seen, you are forgiven. Do you know how long it took me to forgive myself for the things I've done in my past that I was not proud of? So that was a big one. And I have to look at it and say it every day. In my ADD brain, things get cluttered up. So lists are very important to me.
Right.
I ask my manager what I need to know. What are we going to do today? Because if I don't have a list, if it and please do not add in anything extra to my right. Yes.
Every
And
day. Every day.
please do not add anything extra to my calendar that I did not know about, because I will call him and freak out. What is this? This is never. What is? Oh my God! What is this? Do we have time? Oh my God! And I will get overwhelmed. So lists are important, but it also keeps me on track. And I also have a time for when everything stops. That's very important. Always have a time for when everything stops. Because if not,
What do you mean by that? What does that look like for you? Does that mean that everything stops where you turn off your phone? It's at a certain time that, and what happens at that certain time? Is it go for a walk? Is it dinner time? What does that look like for you?
at 6 o'clock, like it has to be an act of something for me to do anything past 6 o'clock. That is my time. Content stops. All work stops. Everything stops. Those are my business hours. I make business hours for my life, for myself. I set business hours from 8 to 6 o'clock. Those are my business hours. I'm not doing anything business related. I'm spending time with my family. I'm spending time with me. I'm taking time with myself. Because if not, I'm not gonna give myself that time. I'm
And
I'm
nobody else
not.
will give it to you either, because everybody else, they want a piece of you as well.
So I have to put myself on a schedule and know that if something comes up at 5:55, I need to be okay because I put myself on that schedule
Right.
to tell them no, it can wait till tomorrow. That was very hard for me
I'm curious
because
about your social media, because again, millions of followers. What are your boundaries with social media and getting off your phone and off of those platforms?
several people have given me their phone numbers and wanting me to call them, and I yeah, I understand that everybody wants advice, and I would love to be that person to be there for everybody if I could, but I know that I can't, because I also need to be there for me. So when it comes to me putting myself out there to be accessible to other people, it's a very fine line. I had to learn because somebody told me, and at first I thought it was rude until I started reading your book, and then I, I was like, oh, it's not rude at all. Somebody said that I need to put myself in a glass box so that everybody can have access to me, and that's okay. It's okay. I don't have to be accessible to everybody. It's a difference between being a nice person and a good person. You know who taught me that? Winn Claybaugh taught me that I can be a good person, and it doesn't take away. Like, I don't have to be nice to everybody in order to be good. I can still be a good person and feel good about myself, and still say no. It's okay. I can say no and still be a good person. So thank you.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you. You're welcome.
So, you have to put some in.
I'm going to leave that to you. That is your signature, and I'm not even going to touch it. So I'm gonna. Can you believe we've already been chatting for about an hour? I love this.
Oh wow! Like you, this is amazing. I want to thank you so much for having me on. It has been a great honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much.
I just want our audience to know you have a podcast. I know that you're hitting the road as well. So I know that schools and corporations and businesses are hiring you to come in, which I love that as well. I love to see that's going on as well. I don't, how do people follow you? What's your social media?
MS_HDIC. I also now have a website. I am Alethea.com. And my podcast is Pimpin' Positivity, because that's what I do. I pimp positivity and put it out into the world for everybody to see. I just want to make people smile. If I can make you smile and be like, oh yeah, well, I need to know that I am enough, I have done my job. That's all I want to do. That's it.
And what I found for me, it's not like I need a lot of people to pour into me. You know, I was recently watching a video of a mentor, and he was talking about that. Everybody thinks that you need a dozen or hundreds of people to believe in you. And he's like, no, do you have one person? You know, do you have one person? Like, I love that quote from Oprah. Everybody wants to ride in the limousine with you. What you need are those people who will take the bus with you when the limousine breaks down.
Yes.
You don't need a lot of people. Just a few.
A lot of those.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of those. And I've learned that on this journey, like, everybody wants to do this, but are you willing to be with me on that bus? Are you willing to be with me on that subway with gum under the seat? Like, are you willing? Because if not, then I don't need you in my circle.
Yeah.
I don't need you there, and that's okay.
Well,
that's okay.
Well, I just have to tell you publicly that you have. Now I'm emotional. You have been that for me. You know, you have. I come across your videos and your postings, and I laugh every single time, and so that's always super valuable. I'm laughing at you and with you. You know, I just think, gosh, she just puts it out there, and she's just in my face, but that 20 seconds or however long they are, just it has an impact. So thank you for that. So
You're
okay.
welcome.
To wrap it up, okay, baby. Again, I'm putting you on the spot again. So just, tell us how it is and give us a final message, and we'll wrap up with that.
Well, one of my famous put a finger up challenges. We're going to do that. So you can do it with me, Winn.
Okay.
Okay. Put a finger up if you are amazing. Put it up. Put a finger up if you are special. Put the finger up. Winn, up. Yes. Put a finger up if you are everything and everything is you. Put the finger up. Put a finger up if you do not need anybody to tell you who you are because you already know exactly who you are. Put it up. Put a finger up if you are going to show yourself the love that you deserve because you are worth it. You're worth it. Put the finger up. You're worth it. Now give yourself a high five. Know that you are fabulous. Know that you are everything and everything is you. And as you go out there and be great in their face, remember to always have a good day on purpose. You're welcome.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you,
I
sweetheart.
love you too.
Thank you so much for this.
You are so welcome.